This is Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm David Pakman. Thanks for listening. Check out our website, midweekpolitics.com. Make sure you're getting the Midweek Politics newsletter. If you're not, you're missing out, I'll tell you. I don't know why, but I'm told if you're not getting that, there's certainly something you're missing out on, midweekpolitics.com. The healthcare bill has, as most of our audience I'm sure has heard, passed. It's an okay bill. It's not particularly liberal, as we discussed last week with Bill Scher from the Campaign for America's Future and, of course, the Liberal Oasis radio show. It does some good things. It does cover quite a few. I mean, we're talking 30 million new people, or it will cover them once all aspects of it are enacted. The question now that's coming up for Democrats, Lewis, is do they do more now that they've passed this and they have momentum, or do they do less? Some Democrats are saying it's time to lay low and not try to pass anything else too significant because the magnitude of the healthcare bill they just passed makes it seem like now they're just pushing tons of stuff over on the Republicans. I don't agree with that.
Well, is momentum even a factor? Is there such a thing as momentum?
I think there is.
What can they really accomplish? I mean, you just start making a push for a single-payer system?
No, not as far as healthcare, just other initiatives, financial reform, on wars, on other policy. I can't think of a worse idea, to be honest, than laying low now. Now is the time to do more.
If they want to have any chance of maintaining a majority in the Senate,
that's a whole other can of worms.
They'll have to accomplish more. I think
that possibility may be gone.
You're right. I think it is, but hypothetically speaking,
I think that there is momentum. There is this they've gained political capital by passing what sadly is a pretty mediocre bill that does do good things. I know a lot of times some of the tried and true Democrats, when they hear me say that the bill isn't great, they say I don't approve of the bill. I'd rather the bill not have passed. What I'm saying is, given the hundreds and thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of person hours to be politically correct, that went into passing this bill, it would have been great to really put something out there that was more liberal. I mean, after all, it was only the Democrats who were involved in the passing of this bill. And by the way, not all of them. Why not pass something more liberal? Regardless, the poll numbers are rising for the Democrats now, even if only slightly. That's good for them. Approval ratings for the health care bill itself and the provisions there have increased significantly from before the bill's passing. So when I think about this, what's going on? Are people hearing, oh, I was against it, I was against it, I was against it. Oh, it won? Well, now I'm for it. That's one possibility. And why would that happen? I mean, one option is people want a winner. Same reason that very good sports teams are very popular, right? People want to be on the side of a winner, whether it's their home team or not. And therefore, people are switching to the side that prevailed. And prevailed, I'm using the term with a lot of discretion, prevailed in that the Democrats did pass an okay bill that included a fraction of what they originally wanted. Option two is people are actually just now learning what's in the bill, and people like that, right? So through the lead up to the voting, people just didn't know what was in the bill. They heard death panels. Media was dominated with talk of death panels, et cetera, so on and so forth. And based on that understanding, if you thought that the government wanted to pass a bill that would allow them to choose to pull the plug on grandma's health care, I can understand why you wouldn't vote for that. Now that it's passed, people are learning what's actually in the bill, and there are concerns about the cost of it, but the reality is faring much better than the thought of death panels. Which of these sounds to you like it may be what's going on? People just want to be on the winning side. They realize what the bill is, and they like it. I don't know.
I'm sure it's a combination of the two, but I have to say it's very rare that while listening to any standard media outlet on TV, you hear what's exactly in a bill.
No.
It's very rare.
Maybe it's just
you really kind of have to do some research.
Maybe it's too difficult to go through the list, which we did last week, by the way, and certainly on midweekpolitics.com, you can listen to our discussion. It's probably a combination of both and other factors. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Republicans, they're now saying they're not going to cooperate with Democrats anymore because of what happened with healthcare, because of what those bad Democrats did with healthcare. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Republicans haven't been cooperating with the Democrats since Barack Obama was sworn in as president. I mean, am I missing something? Now they're not going to cooperate?
Or now they're going to cooperate even less.
I think that's what they're saying. Now there will be even less cooperation. And let's be honest, no one cares about bipartisanship. Neither side does, unless it's the other side helping you out, right? No, bipartisanship is great when it's the other party going along with what you want, but not vice versa. And by the way, Barack Obama is not doing anything unprecedented by going it alone without these uncooperative, self-described uncooperative Republicans. George W. Bush did the same thing with his judges, the Patriot Act. We could do 15 minutes just listing the things that George W. Bush was essentially just going with the Republican Party on. Also, Rush Limbaugh, remember he said if this health care bill passes, he would go to...
where was it? Costa Rica?
He would go to Costa Rica. He wouldn't move there. He would go there for all of his health care, which has the exact national health care system that he is so desperately trying to prevent from coming to the U.S. That's where he would go. My question is, when does he go? When's his next checkup? And if he's going...
Or his next heart attack. Or
his next heart attack or his next detox. I wouldn't take Southwest, right? I mean, remember what happened to Kevin Smith. And understandably, I saw Rush, not this year, last year, at a talk radio conference. He's looking pretty svelte, I have to say. But I don't know when his first trip to Costa Rica will be. We'll see. Midweek Politics is brought to you in part by Jackson & Connor, classically modern men's apparel in Northampton, Massachusetts on the second floor of Thorne's Marketplace, and by DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at difdesign.com. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.